Please do me the favor and share, like, and follow the page, David Adams. For YouTube, do me a favor and press subscribe. We will be started in a few minutes. I got the Principal Tyrone Bates in the building.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
We got 2 minutes and some change. So once again, like the page, share the page if you could, invite somebody else to the page. Once again, we got my man, Principal, the Tyrone Bates
Yes.
in the building. Going to share with us the life of or as a principal.
Yes, sir. What's good with you? D.A.P. Welcome. David Adams perspective. We got about 10 seconds. Please do me a favor and share the page. Thank you so much. Much love and respect. We here. What's good, family? What's good, family? Got my man, the Tyrone Bates, the principal. Much love and respect. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Please do me the favor once again and just go ahead and share the page. I really appreciate it. All right. So I got my man here. I've been trying to get him up here for a minute, and now finally he's here. How was your day, my brother? Well, brother, first of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to your podcast. I've been watching it religiously on a weekly basis, and I must say that you have meaningful content that educates the people. In terms of my day, it's always an adventure. The intercom system didn't work today, so
Really?
we had a security situation where we had to contact electricians, and you contact your director, and you just have to make sure everybody's safe. And we also had to have a fire drill today in 45-degree weather, but we weathered the storm and we managed to get through the day.
That's what's up. That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up. That's what's up. So, brother, what is it like, man? Just first of all, I want to take you back a little bit. Just introduce your background. Can you please introduce yourself and provide a brief overview of your background?
Yes,
in education, that is.
Yes. Principal Tyrone Bates. I've been employed with the Jersey City Public Schools a little over 26 years. My journey
began in teaching at the PS41 on Wilkinson and Ocean Avenue. Shout out to
I
the
know y'all know that
PS41
school.
people.
41,
That's my
I've
training
been there.
ground.
Okay.
For the majority of my career, well, let me backtrack a little bit. I started out as a substitute teacher and kind of stumbled into teaching from college.
Okay.
From there, I moved into a teacher assistant position, then a special ed teacher, and then I went back and got my administrative certifications, and then moved into administration. My first administrative job was at PS39. Shout out to PS39. Go Panthers.
All right.
And then, due to enrollment, I was transferred to PS38. Shout out to PS38, the Mustangs.
PS38.
And then I went back over. The principal took ill, and I was called back by the then superintendent, Franklin Walker, as acting principal back down to PS39 school. So we managed through that period during COVID. I was acting principal there. And since 2022, I am now currently the principal of the Renaissance High School.
Nice.
Yes.
That's
Go
a
Griffins.
blessing. Go Griffins. That's what's up. All right.
Yes.
Thank you for that background of yourself, brother.
Yes.
Appreciate it. All right. So, let's say, what is your educational philosophy, and how does it influence your leadership style? Because every principal or teacher has some type of style.
Mm-hmm.
And what's yours? How does
Well, my style is it's a calming style. In terms of educational philosophy, we really have to look at the broad picture of the learner,
Right.
and not find one particular way to teach the child. Some children are visual, some children are body kinesthetic, some are artistic, some learn by listening. And as I said, some learn by looking, some learn by putting things together. So I think it's important that we meet the child where he or she is, and then prescribe a particular program for them to maximize their academic potentials. It's kind of like when a doctor hears your symptoms and he diagnoses your symptoms, and he writes just the right proper prescription
Right.
for you to get well.
Right.
It's similar to that, because not each child learns the same. So everyone has a diverse learning style. Sometimes a student is visual, and he or she can put things together. So it's really all about reassessing, reevaluating, and making sure that everybody is valued from
Nice.
top to bottom.
That's what's up. Good answer. Just before we go on, if there's someone that's out there that's a teacher now,
Yes.
and they want to get into the position of a principal, because I know there's a lot of male teachers coming into educational. Not as much.
No.
For those who want to get where you are, what does that take, bro?
It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of reading, a lot of praying, and a lot of professionalism. It is a challenging journey, and you must keep in mind, teachers, that you always have to be at your maximum, at your best, because you never know when you will ascend to administration. It's always important to treat people fairly,
Right.
because there's always an intersection of people that you work with and you end up working with again. And people are watching. So I charge the young black male teachers to also look into teacher leadership positions, running after school programs, maybe a quasi-administrative position like a crisis intervention teacher,
Right.
or any type of building leader, to build up your repertoire of leadership skills. That's very important, because on the interview, they want to know, what is your evidence of leadership?
Right.
How have you gotten to this point, and what would have been some things that you have demonstrated in a leadership role where you can work and manage others? And you have to learn how to work and manage
Right.
with others. So
Makes sense.
I would just urge them to, keep reading, go back and get your credentials, and just be ready when they say yes to you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What would you, how do you describe the overall culture, the climate of your high school?
Renaissance Institute is a credit recovery program, which means that students that arrive in our program, it's an application only program.
Right.
They come from the five comprehensive high schools in Jersey City. Usually our students are behind with credits. They often have attendance issues and things of that nature. So it's our job to kind of get them caught up to speed, and then we're known as the closer. So we close out a lot of the students from the comprehensive high schools to make sure that they receive their diploma. And our climate and culture is pretty good right now. Our kids are still needy, even when they come from the comprehensive high schools. But we try to make it a nurturing environment where people can feel comfortable.
Right.
And as the principal, you have to model behaviors of respect. Many of our students have gone through the trauma of, especially in the educational space, that may have misunderstood them.
Right.
And may have prejudged them. And therefore, in their frustration, have lashed out at some of them.
Got you.
So I have to kind of take a proactive approach and kind of nurture them back in. Love without the screaming and the yelling. And you try to speak to them respectfully. So I would dare say that the Renaissance Institute, we do have a climate and culture of respectability to everybody.
So to the teachers that's young, coming into education and teaching, you got the 25-year-old. Now he went to school to, become a teacher, but he still got a little hood in him. So if he coming into a class and that young guy who he is teaching come at him in somewhat of a negative way, how do we handle that? Even though he still have that hood edge and really wanna, I'm gonna keep it honest, he wanna do something to that little kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember, when I was a little younger, 20 some odd years ago, and not too far removed from these youths, someone had to pull my coattails and say, listen, you can't come in and muscle these kids around. You're supposed to be the adult, so you have to have the wherewithal to kind of take a step back and really do restorative practice.
Right.
So that requires a lot of study. It sometimes requires a conversation with the student, because a lot of times we don't sit down and see what the student needs.
Right.
And our experiences coming through life may be different from the children that we are standing in front of trying to educate. Different spaces, possibly two different households, two different philosophies. And we must understand that a 16 and a 17-year-old's brain is not fully developed.
Right.
Sometimes a 25-year-old's brain,
or 45
right, is not fully developed.
Yeah,
so I make it my business if I try to mentor young people.
Right.
You have to be cognizant of what seed you will plant in that student down the line, what will manifest. Because you can make or break a child with words, make or break a child physically. So it's what you say and how you make them feel.
Right.
That is very important. So
it's basically how you instruct at that moment. So if something happens in the class,
yes,
and it's emotional or aggravated situation where the guy gets a little tough and he want to get a little brolic, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Who you think you talking to?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I've had it. Even I still have some students that they try to test my patience, and what happens as the principal and the leader, anytime there is a situation at the leader,
right,
whatever it is. Case in point, the intercom went out today, and everyone's looking at me. What are we going to do?
Right.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to call this person, that person, this, that, that.
Right.
But they look at the leader. So if I'm in the classroom and the kid is having a bad moment, I have to pause.
Right.
Because I could just simply say, well, I'm the principal, I can suspend you and all this other stuff. And da, 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 da. So I really have to kind of model the behavior and say, young man, come to my office and we need to have a conversation.
Got you.
I'm at the age right now where I have a little bit more wisdom. Maybe 20 some odd years ago, it would have been a different outcome, but still in crisis, I have to model the behavior and get him saying that there is a certain decorum that we have to handle.
Right.
And there's a certain way, even if you are experiencing difficulty, that you conduct yourself at all times.
No doubt, no doubt. So to the young guys, I guess, you wouldn't do or try to correct him in the public
No.
of the classmates.
No. I usually ask them to in the hallway or
Let's have a conversation outside. Okay.
It's not ideal to be combative and confrontational. And what we must understand now that everyone is watching us,
Right.
the gift and the curse of technology, everyone has their phones out. So it could be a situation, the principal got into an altercation with somebody, and
Right.
now it is on Facebook Live. So we, as adults, have to be mindful. And we see video footage all the time of things happening in classrooms throughout the United States. So we really have to be mindful of that. And I also instruct my teachers to be very mindful in how they address difficult situations, because a lot of students have their cameras out.
Yeah.
So
That's a whole different ball game.
And there could be a situation where a piece is edited and then it's taken out of context,
Yeah.
and then you have a large situational mess on your hands. So the best way to do it is to remove the kid out of the environment with assistance if needed, and then have a rational conversation after the kid has calmed down.
Okay. So what steps do you take to ensure a positive, inclusive environment for both the students and the staff?
Just enforcing their value. Good to see you today. You did a good job today. How can I help you today? Your hair looks nice today. Just really being supportive and really addressing issues, approachable, and accessible. Right. That is very important. Because if a student or a teacher has a concern, I drop everything that I'm doing. So if a kid has a concern or a teacher has a concern, as the Odyssey software, now our Odyssey software enables the students to take electives that they